What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today I'm going to show you guys what the cheesiest lineup in all of my team is. We have got a super cheese lineup right here, and unfortunately, again, I do not have the funds to make this lineup. Do I? I don't think I have the funds. I might just about have the funds. I don't think I do. I don't think I have the funds, but for that reason, we're going to be making it on this great website right here. The greatest 2K website of all time. 2K database. Shout out 2K MD Center for all those years. Shout out. I almost said his name. Shout out the guy who wrote Tupac who runs 2K MD Central. That site was the best, but man, shout out Kenny Mac. So, we saw the out of position set, and we know that this can make an ultra cheese lineup. But the cheesiest lineup is not always out of the out of position set. And this is not the best lineup. This is just the cheese lineup. This is a lineup where you can have no skill and still dominate with this lineup. And for that reason, the cheesiest point guard in the game is Arvydas Sabonis. Is he the best point guard in the game? Nah. He's the cheesiest. He really is the cheesiest. So, he is 7'3". He's 7'3". And maybe you could argue Sabonis should be your backup point guard. And I'll give you that. I'll give you that. If you want to argue Sabonis should be your backup point guard, that's fine. Gee, screw it. I think most people will have Sabonis as their back point guard. So then, we're going to put Michael Jordan in. We're going to put Michael Jordan. And we're talking pure cheese factor. I think Luka is over Jordan. But again, it doesn't matter. They're damn close. Jordan's the GOAT in this game. I personally think LeBron's the GOAT. And again, the reason why, I always say this, the reason why Jordan versus LeBron debates are never going to end is that literally each person has a different criteria for what the greatest of all time is. And depending on what your criteria is, it could either be Jordan, LeBron, maybe even Kareem, maybe even Wilt, depending on what your personal criteria for the greatest of all time is. Again, if you're talking about the greatest 6-year span in all of basketball, it's Jordan. If you're talking about the greatest totality of a career, it's probably Kareem or LeBron. But yeah, whatever. Jordan, perfect stats, perfect badges, quick dribble style. Within the next 6-7 weeks, we're going to be seeing. We'll see. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be an 80 Hall of Fame badge Jordan in the auction house at some stage. Whenever people get those 80 Hall of Fame badges for Dirk, there's going to be an 80 Hall badge Jordan on the market. It'll break the all-time auction house leader will be an 80 Hall badge Jordan. Calling it now. So, Sabonis again. Sabonis is just giant. He's not even that bad. Sabonis is a cheesy center. He's like a Yao Ming level cheesy center. You got to put him guarding your center. The reason why you can get away with using Sabonis is that he shoots the absolute lights out. His release is uncontestable if you're smaller than 6'8". And also, you can just put him guarding center, so it's not it's the end of the world that the guy is playing at the point guard position. Because he's not going to guard a point guard, but he can guard centers. Shooting guards. Edie. Mobley. Anthony Davis and Mobley. The reason why we don't have Giannis in there is because, one, Giannis is going to be playing small forward. The reason why these two guys are in over Giannis is that they can both hold range. Mobley comes out in half. You realistically, you kind of need for a two guard, you need at least silver range. Gold range is good. Gold range will be better, but you need at least silver, limitless spot up. Chef's not needed too much, but AD can move a little bit. He shoots the lights out. He's gonna be a really solid secondary defender because Jordan can be an on-ball. Jordan can be your primary defender. Jordan can guard ball really well. So we'll have him as the as a primary ball defender because he's got that 92 interior. But AD's gonna guard wing, guard corner with that interceptor with his steal animations. He's gonna be ridiculous. He's gonna be ridiculous. And again, 85 steal, which is a lot better than. Do you remember this card here with the 63 steal? Yeah, it's not great, but still, 80's in there. And then Mobley is just 80 light. Is Mobley better than 80? I don't know. His player model's bigger. His release is not quite as good. Giannis does have the best release at 3. Stats-wise, I think he's a little bit better If I was to put one of them guarding on ball, I would put Mobley. But again, still really, really good. Then at the small forward position, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I was considering saying badged up Ben Wallace. Badged up Ben Wallace with the right coach is so damn good. Like, if you have power within Ben Wallace and you have Don, Lenny Wilkins, or Phil Jackson, or Jerry Sloan, he's just God. If you have any of these guys other than Pop, he goes to an 82 3 ball. Floor general, that's up to 86. Shoot, that's up to 90. And then you give him some shooting. You give him, he can hold 6 badges. You give him sniper, because his release is so nice. He's got all the playmaking badges that you really need. But like, you give him chef, corner specialist, sniper, limitless spot up, hot zone hunter, and I don't know, lucky 7. And this card's in the debate. But it's Danny Ferry. It's Danny Ferry. This guy's a joke. Like 6'10", 7'5" wingspan. He can guard ball. He's got very nice tendencies. 95 3 ball, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 93 lateral. He's got 90 steal, 90 block. Like, half clamps, interceptor, intimidator. Maybe you want to give him a couple more defensive badges, but with his defensive animations, he can easily guard ball. Or you can put Mobley on ball. Either or we can find a power forward to do it. That's the crazy thing, is that every one of these players is at least a decent on-ball defender. I mean, maybe if you want to put Jordan on... Actually, screw it. Why am I talking about Jordan on ball? Play Giannis on ball in your starting lineup. Giannis is the single best on-ball defender in the game. And I've just completely forgotten somebody. What am I doing? Luka Doncic. I'm going to change this up because we're going to have Jordan guarding ball on the bench now. Jordan's going to guard ball for our bench lineup. And he's going to play at the 2. And you might be saying, oh, why would you waste Jordan at the 2? No, Jordan's a god at the 2. Jordan's going to handle the ball. Arvydas Sabonis is going to be the center in a 2-man game. Arvydas Sabonis is going to be our screen setter. He's going to be our pick and popper. And then that means we just got to have a shooting center in there. But Luka Doncic. I can't believe I was putting Ferry in this team. Ferry's a cheeseball though. But like Luka Doncic, ridiculous stats, ridiculous defensive stats even. His badges aren't the greatest on defense. But he's not a bad defender. He's just got Luka on very quick, shifty dribble style. He's just not going to be contested. Like, Luka is that cheeseball. We've all known Luka is that cheeseball. And now, we're looking at the land of the damn Giants. So, we are looking for just cheese. We're not looking for the best. We are looking for the cheesiest. And for me, at that power forward position, is Bobo and David Robinson. Bobo is just pure cheese. There is no other way to describe it. There is no other way to describe Bobo than pure cheese. Stats-wise, he doesn't look the greatest, but he's 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan, a absolutely fantastic release, and his player model is ridiculous. He got range. Again, you add some halves to him, he's a really, really nice card. Even if you just add some gold to him, he's a really nice card. We're talking, again, a diamond card that can compete with anybody. Like, we literally have got 2 diamonds and a ruby in this squad, in this cheesy squad. And then David Robinson. Again, this is not necessarily the best squad you can make. I think you could argue maybe Ferry belongs to the best squad, but if we're talking pure cheese, David Robinson has to be in here. A 7'1", 7'5" wingspan power forward. 91 3 ball, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 lateral quickness. He can shoot the ball from deep. A really good release. Can't really dribble that well. He's got like quick first step, all these defense badges. Bobo's just, in terms of like just the generic sense, in terms of cheesiness, Bobo's a little bit cheesier than David Robinson. Man, David Robinson's the better card. And now we are looking at the just center position. And we're looking pure cheese. We are not looking for the best, but Kareem has to be in here. And now we're at, like, Kareem has to be. Kareem, you could put Kareem guarding ball, and he's going to be one of the best on-ball defenders in the game. Kareem has got, like, juice tendencies. He's got 91 lateral quickness, 7'2", 7'5" wingspan. He's got all these defensive badges, which are just ridiculous, including, like, menace, intimidator. You could put him on ball. Like, I could move Kareem to the bench and say, you know what, Kareem, you guard ball. Or I can start Sabonis and Jordan. And then say, yeah, Kareem, you're going to... you guard Bull. Which is actually nuts. But we're going to start like this. Again, if we're talking about pure best lineup, Jordan will probably be at the 1. And, like, you wouldn't really have Jordan playing at the 2. Venus Sabonis is not in the best lineup in my team. It's just the cheesiest again. But Kareem's outside the 3-point shot is perfect. But again, you have Lenny. A 3 ball goes to an 87. Heck, if you've got Steph freaking Curry as your coach. If you've got Candace Parker isn't boosted. Why do I think Candace Parker boosted it? If you've got Steph Curry, 85. Are there any perimeter-centric +6 coaches? D'Antoni, even. If you got D'Antoni, who's not that expensive, goes to 85. And then again, floor general, 89. Shoe, 93. You give him some shooting badges, he can hold range, he can hold all these shooting badges, and his release is 21 and very quick. Kareem is just ultra cheesy. But then when we get this other center, we got a choice. It's a tough one. Because, do we go pure cheesiness? And for that, it would be Ralph Sampson. Or Yao Ming. But neither of those work with Sabonis at the point guard position. Because they're not going to be the greatest spotting up from the corners. And also, we don't need to go ultra tall because Sabonis is guarding center. And we've already got 2 other 7-footers. So I'm going to put in Danny Ferry. I'm going to put in Danny Ferry. And the reason is you might be saying, oh, you can just run all Giants. What's the point of running all Giants? We've got 7'3", 7 foot, 6'10", 7'1". And Danny Ferry, unlike those other guys, Danny Ferry can cook. Like, yeah, you can mash with Ralph Sampson. Being able to mash with 4 players doesn't matter. You can mash with D-Rob, you can mash with Sabonis. You can mash with anyone, honestly. I think Danny Ferry makes the lineup even cheesier because he's out here with quick dribble style. The normal behind the back, which is cheese. Base 98 on quick with Rudy Gay upper. Half limitless range. Great defense. Is going to play lanes like one of the best players in the game. I'm telling you, putting this guy in a power forward, he's going to feel taller because of his long wingspan. His player model's huge. And again, having Mobley as a 7-foot tall player. Like, you've literally got Jordan on ball on offense. On defense, you got Jordan on ball as well. Jordan coming off using Sabonis as your screener. Playing a 4-out-1 in with Sabonis playing the center position. Essentially. He's still going to be X, but he'll be playing center. Using him as the screener. Having Mobley, Ferry, and D-Rob for defense and spotting up. Ridiculous. It's a starting lineup. You've got Luka surrounded by just 2 of the just most cheap, the best all-mall defender in the game, not named Ben Wallace. You've got AD, Bol, and Kareem, who will just play every lane. And yeah, for me, this is it. I think you could make a quote-unquote better team. There are better teams in my team than this. Like, Sabonis would not be in here. I'm not entirely sure if Anthony Davis would be in here. Like, Cedric Maxwell would be in. If we're talking about best possible team, you're moving like Jordan to the 1. One of Jordan or Luka starts, then Cedric plays. Then Bol doesn't touch the lineup. D-Rob probably goes into power forward. You might move Artist to your backup center. Giannis probably does still play the 3. But yeah, this is not the best line, but this is the cheesiest. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.